So yeah, so you add your oils or your fats. You mix your water and your lye or your mineral, and then that's it. And that's all it takes to make soap. So look it up. Uh, look up, look it up, and make it yourself. If you really want to be natural about soap, and you're thinking about, you're doing some homework on how to be natural, and or you have the want to be on something's telling you you've got to be natural because these commercial products, they're not the best. You look at the back, you look at the ingredients, it's got all sorts of stuff in it. You don't know where it's come from. And if you look up how it's made, there's a process that can't be made at home. But if you look up soap or it's meant to be a natural process of making soap with the mineral in that, and the 3-step process, you'll find that it might work better than what you're having now. I reckon if you're still using hard soap, that hard soap on the shelf, it's got all these other things in it that's not really healthy for the body. And it has also that oil from the palm kernel, that number 12 saturated fatty acid that I'm saying that causes trauma, okay, and depression, causes one to be down-faced and not and sad. And when you go out in the world, people don't need to be that way, okay? The need is to be, your face always upright, walking around, confident, to speak to people, you're handling yourself well, you're walking, you talk. That's how to be. It's not to be, you're walking, you're down face, you're a bit sad, you're not really sure of yourself. That's not the way to be, And if you're in that way, and it's come to the stage where you're going to go make an appointment you're contemplating making a consultation with a doctor, or what's referred to as a doctor, just think about them saying it doesn't have to be this way. You don't have to go on their drugs or their medications to, it's not a means to an end, that way. Look at what you're having, look at what you're putting on your body, and know that in order to get different results, an alteration of habit must be undertaken. You must go towards change. Something else must be had in order to get those results, because what you're having now is obviously not working. For example, if you put the wrong fuel in a car, it's going to malfunction. It's not going to work properly. There's a certain fuel for certain vehicles, all right? So think of your body, in respect to food and having that, and what it needs, and in respect to toiletries and wash, and what it could possibly require, and why all these products on the shelf, when in reality, in mathematics, all right, there is only one answer to a question. There is only one answer. You don't have all these bunch of answers, isn't it? Any questions answered, it always comes down to one answer to that. Okay, now I've gone so far as to say, in respect to the body, yes, there is only one answer to what food to have, to what toiletries to use, to what cleaning products to use on other things. There's only one answer to that. And you might say, but everybody's different. No, everybody nowadays is not different. In fact, most people are indifferent nowadays. They're incorrect. They're inadequate. And this is why they're suffering, okay? Now, if you wish to be different, you must know that there is a correct way. Okay, there's an adequate way, a correct, answer to the question, as in what to have. And you might say, but this person's not suffering as much and this and that. Well, no, because, that person, people have suffered more than others in that area. No one would have suffered exactly the same. Maybe a couple of people have had the same amount, or they're suffering this in the same regard, but you'll find everybody's another age. That's why not everybody's exactly the same age. And, some people have suffered more than you. And they're at the point where, they've some people aren't here anymore because of that. Because you drop the water drops on the acid drops on the metal so much until a hole becomes in there. Once it goes through, it gives way. That's it. You can't take any more. You can't have any more. All right. That's what happened to me with coffee. It happened to me with sugar. I couldn't take any more. So I've come to the stage where I've been settled with some ingredients for a long time now, and it's the wash. Even I'm talking about it. Yeah, I'm still not happy with what I've got. I'm not settling for that. I'm still striving to, for the right thing. But I'm still, I'm still going for it. I'm not settling for what I've got now. It's not exactly what I'm looking for. So, maybe if other people just begin trying, then that would make my job easier to come across exactly what's what. Because when I do, I'm going to be putting it out there. But just at least start trying. Start in regards to some, start trying and listen to what I'm saying. And if you are suffering from those sorts of things, trauma, depression, think about it. I think about going towards the good and alteration of habit in changing the results you're getting by having something else. Okay, it affects the body differently. Okay. Not all things are the same in respect of food. There's a lot of various foods. You're not going to get the same result out of each one, isn't it? And so think about the fats and oils. You're not going to get the same result out of all the fats and all the oils. You're gonna, for each one, there's another result. But that one result, that one oil, that one is going to give the same result for everybody, depending on how much or less they've had of it. So if one person suffered more in one area, and it's going to benefit them in that. If they've suffered less, they're going to benefit more from that. So that's how it works. The ingredient is what gives such effects of difference. The body is just sort of the vessel that goes with the ingredients. Okay. So you got to know that there's a right fuel to have to fuel your body to get it to where it needs, to go. And think about this. This is what I always think of whenever I go for this sorts of things. Think about everybody. Okay, think about what there possibly could be enough for everybody to have. Okay, for example, olive oil. There's around 20 million tons of olive oil each year. So add it up. How much would that be for 7 million people? How much olive oil would be required each day for people to use, showering once or twice a day? So, and you're going to do your washing with it. Maybe that's not enough, Maybe you need an oil there's an oil that needs to be a little bit more. Okay, or maybe that oil has to go with a little something else to go with that oil, not just the oil, There's wax, there's it's in the same sort of category, if you know what I mean. With food you got your proteins and your carbs, right? With the toiletries you got your oils and your waxes. Okay. You got your two varieties of oils. You got your saturated fatty acids, which is the saturated oils, saturated fatty acids, and you got your unsaturated fatty acids, which are the unsaturated fatty acids, which are the difference between the saturated and unsaturated fatty acids is that saturated fatty acids are mostly solid at room temperature, whereas unsaturated fatty acids are always liquid at room temperature. Okay, or mostly. Yeah, I mean, if it's cold where you are and that's your room temperature, it's going to go to, it's going to go hard. But, ambient 15, 20 degrees, they're always at liquid at room temperature, at those temperatures. So there's a bit of knowledge for you guys and girls out there. You see the state, how the earth is at the moment. You can see things aren't really that good, And you got people going on about, no, it's alright, oh, carbon dioxide's good for the earth. And you got these other people go, oh, carbon dioxide's bad for the earth. And listen, just, if you're one of those people, just quit any of that. Serious. Just look at it and you can know that something's not right. Okay? And don't, just because you don't know exactly what's wrong, don't go and cop out in this carbon dioxide and get caught up in this whole argument. Just it's easy to see, everybody's at war, everybody's arguing, there's, look at it, it's atrocious. There's disasters happening, good, how much are you struggling right now, okay? How much are you struggling? Because, I have been my whole entire life, the past 14, 16 years since I've become an adult, been trying to get over it and to overcome the bad and go to the good. And these is what answers I've come up with. And if you guys, for the guys and the girls that know me, they'll know that, yeah, I'm onto something here and I'm going to go all the way with it, and I know what I'm talking about, and that nobody in the whole entire earth is talking about what I am talking about. And that's why nobody else would have a clue about what's wrong except for me. They only know what they know. They might know their address or their name, but when it comes down to really knowing something and really knowing what gets that results, that's who I am. Okay? When it comes down to knowing about what the universe is, alright, that's who I am. When it comes down to who's put in the homework to know such things, that's who I am. Other people that have put into homework to know what they know. And you know how you can know that they know? It's because it's knowledge is what they're saying. They've done their homework, okay? And this is me. This is what I've, been working on. And I felt as if to speak of this today. So yeah, may anybody or everybody that's watching begin questioning that, okay? If you're not happy, okay, think about what you're putting on your body, all right? And, change, go towards change. Alteration, be mindful of change, have something else, and then get another result thereby, all right? And I'm saying that, that hard soap, it's not good for your body. Go the liquid soap. And, don't use another one for your hands. Use the same one for all your body. If it's harsh, if you find surfactants harsh, all right, mix the liquid soap with the conditioner. Mix a bit of it. It's so gentle. It works perfectly. It's more gentle than baby wash, right? And I was using it for a while. Anyway, it's more gentle than baby wash, right? And it washes, it cleans better. Okay, so just think about that. You put just the right amount in. It's all right, and you can settle for that for now. And because I'm guaranteed you're not going to be 100% settled for it. You're going to be, there's something still wrong, and there's something, that's how wrong things are right now. That like it's so shifty, it's so conniving, it's so the evil. It goes into every crack, and fucking it's wrong. And I've been fighting it for so long now, and I'm still, I know what's required to get the answers, but progress is very slow right now. You start off with them little steps, and there's an example of the dominoes where the one starts with the little domino and it goes to the big domino. There's a couple of good videos on that. Check it out if you want. It's a good example. You start off big, and it can go. It's proof that starting off small and it can grow along the way. It's proof that it can happen, that it is possible to start off small and to achieve great big things. Okay, and I'm just the just is just in hoping that now is for the better, that the progress from going from small to the big it's going to be a big change for the better, not for the worst, if you know what I mean. Because the ones that went towards the bad, they started off from small too, but by disrespect of that bad, and they became more bad. And, you know, ultimately at the end, they were involved in all these bad things, but beginning from small with it. But with knowledge comes fulfillment. Okay, so they didn't know that. So thus, the one that knows about this, they surely, it would only be right if things would go good in respect of such, in orientation of such, in honour of such progression, that it would become better in knowing about such an example. Okay, that you could be, you know, it happened. And the other things people, you know, have put in post that with the knowledge comes fulfillment, and the knowledge surely now has to be a transition towards that good. So in such respect to that, so yeah, the surfactants, think about that, because it's one major area of the body. So you got, you know, your surfactants, your food, you know, you work on the food as well, but yeah, say surfactants. Think about it and get something else happening to get another result, and to be, you know, better know that now's a very difficult period. It's an era of very great difficulty. You're going to find there's still a lot of difficulties, but as long as you continue, it should continue trying to get those results, and knowing the bad, it has to go away. All right. Okay. Take care. And, yeah. See you next time.